Hey, I'm Marty with Canuck Kennels. We're going to show you Judge in just a second, but I want to go over the Dogtra 280C collar. To turn it on and off, there's a little red button right, or a little red indicator right here, and there's one right here. You match these two together, and that red light means off. The green light means on. To turn the remote on, let me get this piece of plastic off. To turn the remote on, you hold this button down and see it says off, and then this side button again, touch it and it says on. It's at a level 10. That's the level that we're working with. Let's walk over here. Get the light a little bit better we can see. This middle button here, right here is a vibration. You can kind of hear that and see that's vibrating. Doesn't matter what this dial is set on, and this dial goes all the way up to, I think, 127. We're gonna go back to 10. So this middle button is just a vibration. This side button here has got an N on it. That means nick. So that you watch this little light right here and see it just nicked. I keep hitting it and it's coming on. This bottom one is a continuous stimulation. When I hit it, it stays on. That means you're administering the stimulation the whole time with this bottom button. We're going to show you the proper way to put it on your dog. Like I said, in this situation, we have Judge. So Judge is in the crate. He's been really good in the crate. One of the things when we're getting in and out of the crate, we don't want him to rush that door. So we're going to open it slowly and see how he does with it. So he's wanting to come out, so I just went ahead and shut that door back. You can hear his tail wagging. He's excited. He knows he's getting ready to get work. But the goal here is for him to stay in here until we tell him okay to come out. So we slowly open that door. Okay, good boy. Very good. Sit. Good boy. We're going to go ahead and put this collar on him. You want this collar around the neck. What I do is I put this in this buckle, kind of position this up, kind of underneath, show me, up underneath his neck. And then we go tight, be sure his ears aren't caught in there. And find that hole. And I would just leave this loose. It's not going to hurt anything. If it really bothers you, I wouldn't cut it. A lot of people trim them and then they regret they do that because this dog's still going to grow a little bit. If it really bothers you, I just take it and double it up and do like that. Hey, buddy. Hey. Okay, so let's go back in the crate. Judge. Crate. Come on. I threw a piece of kibble in there for him because he did good. I'm going to leave this crack and see if he wants to come out. So he's waiting on us, and that's good. Okay, Judge. He's going to go right to a place. I didn't tell him to do that, but I'm going to let him do that. If that's where he wants to go and he's comfortable, I'm totally good with that. Let's get him in a down position. Down. So we just lure down like that. Good boy. Now let's just sit here for a minute and let's just let him. Okay, I was hoping he was going to break off there. So when he breaks off there, I'm just going to go back, place, sit. Good boy. He went ahead and went in that down position. Excuse me. That's really good. I'm really happy to see that. Again, I'm going to try and go over here and see if he breaks that command. And if he does, I'm going to show you how to correct that. That happened really fast, so you might have to watch that a couple times. We're just going to sit down for a minute, give him a second. He's really good at this, and he likes to be on that place. So in the house, if there's a lot going on, or wherever you may be, if you have access to one of these cots, or I would buy one of these cots, you can put him on that cot and he'll just chill out and place there. And he's just a happy boy to hang out with you and the family. So, hey, what you doing? So he broke without me saying anything. The command for him to get off that is okay or come or Judge, his name. Rather not come. So since he broke, he's going back and doing these different things. He's not sure what we want him to do. Come here, Judge. Hey, it's okay. Place. Sit. Good boy. We're gonna do this again, and this is something I want you to see. So he broke it again. Place. Sit. Down. So what I did there was I got higher in my octaves of my voice, And I instructed him to place, then to sit, then to down. Now he's to stay there. This is implied for him to stay there until we tell him to come off. Okay? So he's going to stay right there. And we're just going to hang out for a minute. And then we're going to let him go. We're going to go outside. But I wanted you to see if he breaks that structure, how you can correct that and get him back to a position like this. So again, those commands, when he comes off is just to go straight back over. You can call his name to get him to come to you. Then you tell him to place, then to sit, then in the down position. I did give him a piece of kibble when he went to the down position. Not when he got on the place, not when he sat, but when he went down. That's like the final position that we want him just to chill out in. Judge, come here. Good boy. Hey, good boy. I know, I love you too. All right, come here, buddy. Sit. All right, so we've got this long line on him, and we're going to go outside. Another thing we want to talk about is thresholds and doors. So before we go out this door, if we just, it's kind of like the crate. If we just open this door, he's going to want to rush out there. So that's going to, what this translates to is in the home, we want that to be preventative. We don't want him running away or running outside to get hit by a car or anything like that. So we're going to give a slight little tug on this leash and say sit. He's set. We're going to open this door, and we're not going to let him go out. Notice I'm stepping on the rope, so if he does try to go out, it will not let him go out. Sit. See how I stopped just short of his head getting through the door? And because he wanted to go outside and I deterred that, that's what you want to continue to do. He's excited, he wants to go outside. He probably has to use the bathroom, so we'll give him a second to do that when we get out there. But again, we're going to make him sit right here. Sit. Okay. Now as we walk through that threshold, you noticed I did a couple things. I tapped his head gently like this and said okay. And that gave him the indication to go. I also walked in front of him. I always want to be the first one going through the threshold of the door, not him. That's kind of a dominance thing, and the more you let them go first, the more they're you get me all wrapped up, the more they're going to want to try to do that every single time. Good boy. Come on, let's go outside. So I'm going to give him a couple minutes to see if he needs to use the bathroom because he's been inside for a little bit. And he did. That's great. And that's another reason why I want to do this video kind of first thing in the morning like this. He's been kind of cooped up in the crate. He's been sleeping in the crate, so that's always an option for you in the home if you need to do that. So as we got him out of the crate, the first thing we wanted to do is go in this outside so he could use the bathroom. He did pretty good, and I tested a little bit with doing a few of those commands, but that would be a lot more rapid in the home because you would be getting him out of the crate, going outside and letting him use the bathroom. I love what he just did here. So he used the bathroom, he came back to me, and he sat down, and he's just waiting for me to do whatever. I haven't even used this collar yet. We're going to in just a minute. But right now, what I want to do to get him kind of loosened up is I just want to walk around the yard, and I'm just going to let him follow me and be with me. Whenever he gets out the duration of space away from me, and I want to call him back to me, the command structure for that is his name, which is Judge, and at the same time, I'm going to hit this Nick button, and it's on a level 10. So I'm going to say Judge, Nick, and he's going to come to me. But I'm going to do that at the same time. And I don't hold this down. It's just a one time. It's basically like a tap on the shoulder saying, hey, get your attention back on me. Come on, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. He's staying by me really good. I'm pleased with that. But there is going to be a time when he's not like that with you. So I'm going to try, like right now he's distracted. So I'm going to hit this button. Oh, he's peeing. I'm sorry, buddy. As soon as he got done peeing, he came back to me. That's what he's supposed to do. He'll probably go in a sit position. I figured he would. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. So we'll try to do that again. Let me go over here to this side of the yard. Maybe there's some different smells. Maybe he'll get a little more excited. You can tell that I'm not even holding the leash. I'm just letting it drag behind him. So that's how obedient he is. He's done really good. I'm even gonna take this off of him to see if he'll venture out a little bit further. Sit. He's gonna go in that down position. Sit. So as we sit, this is an implied stay. So he's not supposed to move until we tell him to move. So I'm gonna let him sit right here. I'm gonna go this way, give him a little bit of a duration of space between us. Then I'm gonna call him back with the nick button and his name. So once we're about this far away, we're gonna start small and then we're gonna graduate to go bigger. You can do that at home. Judge. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Again, let's do that, and we'll go this way. Judge, sit. We're gonna slowly move away. Judge, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. As you can see, he's totally off leash right here. I don't even have the leash on him. And that's just, he's a good dog. When we do these durational stays, we want him to be able to gradually increase, or we want to be able, rather, to gradually increase that distance. You got to start small with him and work your way up. He gets a very short attention span and he really wants to be with you. That's why he's so good to just come and hang out with me and just be a part of your, he's gonna do the same thing and your family's gonna be a part of that. So he's gonna be on your hip. So that's something good to know and something good to realize, especially with this e-collar. Now, if he gets distracted, like if there's a deer or a rabbit or something else going on, he's gonna wanna go and play or go figure it out. That's where this e-collar comes into play. So I'm gonna try and walk down here around the woods and see if he'll go in the woods and see if he'll kind of get distracted from me, and then I'll call him back. Come on, buddy. Man, we did a good job with him. He's just gonna hang out with us. So I've rarely had to use this instrument, this tool, this e-collar, because he's so good to just hang out with us. And he's a happy boy. He's a happy boy. Even when he's out exploring, he just checks back naturally, and that's a good dog that does that. And he eats a stick. What you got? You want to play fetch? Let's get him a bigger stick. I'll show you how to do this too. So when we're fetching, yeah, good boy. Sit. Sit. I'm gonna throw this stick over here, and I'm gonna release him to go get it. So I'm gonna say, Mark, Judge, Mark. Okay. He didn't get the stick, but he got me one. That's fine. Then I'm gonna get it from him, and if he wants to pull, I'm gonna just touch his ears, and he's gonna let go of it. We'll do the same thing. Sit. Mark. Okay. Find it. He went a little short on me on that one, so he's trying to find it. So I'm gonna take him to it. Come on. Here. I got it right here. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Drop. Sit. Sit. Mark. Mark. No. Come here, buddy. Sit. Sit. Mark. Okay. I don't think he saw it. Short attention span. Sit. Mark. Okay. Come on, buddy, you gotta find it. Go find it. Go find it. Go find it. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Drop. Drop. I'm gonna touch his ear again. Good boy. Good boy. Now he's distracted. This is what I was waiting on. So I'm gonna stand over here. He's over there. Watch his body language. I'm gonna hit the button. Judge. Judge. Nothing. So I'm gonna go up to 22. Judge. Oh, he's peeing again. Judge. Good boy. Sit. Yes. You don't have to use treats as a reward. A toy would also be a reward. He prefers treats. He's very, very food motivated, but that's definitely something that you could do.